Dog Works Radio is sponsored by Alaska Dog Works. Check out their website at alaskadogworks.com. You can support this podcast on patreon.com/firstpawmedia.
Reactive dog training methods can help you and your dog enjoy time together by teaching them to stay calm. When you can help your dog see their triggers differently and anticipate rewards for good behavior, they will choose good behavior more often over time. In addition, regular exercise and mental stimulation can help on many levels.
From First Paw Media, sponsored by Alaska Dog Works Professional Canine Training Center in Anchorage, Alaska. This is Dog Works Radio, committed to families and their dogs to build lifelong and fulfilling relationships. Visit our website at dogworksradio.com. Now here are your hosts, Robert and Michele Forto.
Hello and welcome to Dog Works Radio. I'm your host, Michele Forto. I'm the lead trainer of Alaska Dog Works, where we help humans and their dogs have better relationships. Today we are talking about one of the most common training questions we get, and that is, how can we help a reactive dog? Before we dive in, I must give you a standard disclosure. There may be medical reasons that your dog is reactive, especially if the behavior starts suddenly or the intensity increases. Many dog trainers work specifically with leash reactive dogs. Always ask for help if you need it. Always consult your veterinarian to rule out any medical reasons for changes in behavior. Always consult a dog trainer or behaviorist if the behavior is beyond something you can handle on your own. And we do recommend that you look up dog trainers at the APDT, or Association of Professional Dog Trainers. You can find a link for that in our show notes for this podcast. What is a reactive dog? Well, if your dog is reactive, that means he or she is overreacting to certain situations, people, objects, or other stimuli. If your dog is aggressive, that means he or she is hostile or destructive towards another person or another animal. Aggressive dogs often have other underlying conditions, and it is always best to consult with a professional if you believe your dog is aggressive, or if you have a very bad case of reactivity on your hands. Dogs can become reactive for many reasons, from overstimulation to previous bad experiences. A reactive dog is any dog that reacts strongly to certain triggers, often common or daily triggers. Let's talk about why your dog is reacting like this. Dogs always have a reason for being reactive, but it can be frustrating for their humans to try to find the root cause of behavior. Some dogs are happy reactive, which can lead to jumping up on people, happy barking, and fence running. Some dogs are scared or anxious reactors, responding with fear or even aggression to triggers they've had a bad experience with or don't understand. A reactive dog may bark, jump, lunge, pull on the leash, fight the fence, or show other inappropriately energetic behaviors in response to their reaction trigger. Remember, this is a reaction to outside stimulus. Reshaping your dog's relationship with that stimulus will help him or her react differently over time. How can I help my reactive dog? As a loving dog owner, we know you want to help your dog be a good boy or girl and to be able to meet people and go for walks without struggle. With patience and a little training, you can reshape your dog's reactive behavior and or learn coping mechanisms. So how to calm your reactive dog when they react? Number 1, keep your cool. Number 2, block them from the trigger. block their line of sight, or turn around and walk in the other direction. Number 3, use calm commands and reassuring words. Reward them for looking away from the trigger or for calm behavior. Number 4, redirect to a positive activity with rewards. The first step is to know how to respond when your dog is reacting. It likely happens often, so you'll get plenty of practice. To calm a reactive dog, start by keeping your cool. Project a calm exterior, then block your dog from the trigger as soon as possible. Use calm commands asking them to sit and be quiet. If you have the commands that mean bed or relax at home, use these. You can block your dog from outside triggers like scary or other dogs or big truck noises by putting your body between your dog and the trigger to block their sight and occupy their focus with familiar, loving attention. Here's a pro tip from me. You can also utilize your look or watch me command whenever the stimulus enters your dog's purview. Maintaining that gaze with your dog will help you maintain control while you move past the trigger. Reactive dogs are often scared or nervous about something, so being calm and reassuring is the most helpful thing you can do. Use routine to create stability and safety. Reactive dogs often feel unstable or unsafe about something. The trigger might be unfamiliar or related to a previous bad experience. The best way to help your dog become a calm, cool animal all the time is to offer them a predictable routine that reinforces stability and safety. Walking your leash reactive dog at the same time every day can also reduce unexpected encounters with scary things like trash trucks and school buses. Let's learn your dog's reactivity triggers. What causes your dog to go off into a spiral of reactive behavior? Triggers can be good or bad. For example, a dog barking at the window may think he chased off a squirrel intruder, or he may be asking the squirrel to play. Your dog might react to people to certain traits of other dogs or to certain situations. Watch them carefully and pay attention to what they notice right before your dog reacts. Learn their triggers and make plans to help minimize those triggers and be ready to practice the tools that we spoke about before when you encounter a trigger. Minimize exposure to reaction triggers. When trying to help your dog reduce reactivity, the first step is to reduce their exposure to triggers. If your dog barks at the window or fence, keep them away from the trigger area. You may put a leash on a reactive dog when they're outside or set up a dog run so they can't get to the outer fence. You may use baby gates or even an indoor tether to keep your dog from barking at the window. If the reaction is to sounds like a truck going down the street, use white noise indoors or possibly a DAP diffuser while training your dog to be calm and to calm down on command. If it's other dogs on your walk, try a new route that doesn't pass the trigger houses. Avoid punishments. Keeping your dog away from their triggers is all the negative reactions you need to have. Dogs don't respond as well to punishment as they do to reinforcing positive behaviors, and punishment can sometimes make reactivity worse when related to your dog's anxiety. Instead, try reconditioning how your dog responds to their reactive triggers. Recondition your dog's reaction to triggers. The key to reactive dog training is to help your dog respond differently to their triggers. You want to help your reactive dog associate triggers with a chance to be good and get treats. Instead of barking at the mailman, you want your dog to sit pretty and wait to be rewarded for not barking. To do this, you want to learn your dog's body language. Recognize your dog's moods and reactions. Learn to spot when your dog is about to react. Their body language will tell you when they are alert, nervous, or getting excited. A forward leaning or tense pose is anxiety, and tail wagging can be an attempt to say, "Hey, I'm not dangerous," to whatever is scaring them. In addition, give them activities, stimuli, or walks to tire them out and improve their overall mood, which may decrease reactivity. For example, a dog who reacts strongly when people come to your home may be able to resist triggers if he has a good walk before the company arrives. If your dog is fearful or reactive to strangers, you might use an "I need space" vest, collar, or leash. Distract before they react. When you see your dog becoming tense in response to a trigger, redirect it immediately before your dog has a chance to express a bad behavior. Reinforce good behavior. Use calming, like "sit" and "be good" commands, and give them a treat for focusing on you instead of on the trigger. Each time a trigger presents itself, try to catch that exact moment between notice and reaction. This will help you recondition your dog's reaction to those triggers, so they expect treats for good behavior instead of needing to bark or jump. Help your reactive dog learn to stay calm. Reactive dog training methods can help you and your dog enjoy time together by teaching them to stay calm. When you can help your dog see their triggers differently and anticipate rewards for good behavior, they will choose good behavior more often over time. In addition, regular exercise and mental stimulation can help on many levels. With the right equipment, like pet gates and no-pull harnesses, you and your overexcitable doggo can find a happy peace where only balls and frisbees need to be chased and only real danger needs to be barked at. Did you know that Alaska Dog Works trains service dogs, therapy, and canine buddies? We offer a free discovery call. You can schedule yours today. So what did you think? Did you learn anything new about your canine buddy? Before we end the show, let's press pause for a sec. Maybe ask yourself, why did this resonate with me? What aspect of my relationship with my canine buddy could I apply this to? And what am I going to do differently this week to make my dog's training a little easier? So take some time to mull it over, talk it out with a family member or a trusted friend. Put some ideas down in your training journal and then check back next week for our next episode. As always, I look forward to hearing your thoughts. This episode is about helping your dog that is reactive, so reach out over on X at First Paw Media and let's spark a conversation about your reactive dog. Until then, keep going. You're doing great. It's time to create the relationship with your dog that you've always dreamed of. Thanks for listening to DogWorks Radio. You can find the show notes for this episode and all others at alaskadogworks.com. And if you know someone in your life who needs help with their dog's training, be a hero and share our podcast with them. And we will see you next time.
From First Paw Media, this is DogWorks Radio. We hope you enjoyed this podcast, and we invite you to subscribe in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. You'll find a link on the episode notes. You can tap or swipe on the episode cover art, and you'll see some offers from our sponsors. You can support our show by supporting them. If you like what you have heard, we would love it if you could give us a 5-star rating and tell your friends how to subscribe too. Your hosts are Robert and Michele Forto. Our producer is Robert Forto and created for First Paw Media.
Why trust us? At DogWorks Radio, we're committed to producing high-quality content by a team with expertise and experience in their field in consultation with relevant, qualified experts. For this piece on reactive dogs, Michele Forto tapped her experience as a longtime dog trainer, podcaster, and a dog owner. We rely on reputable primary sources, including government and professional organizations and academic institutions, as well as our writers' personal experiences where appropriate. We verify all facts and data, back them with credible sourcing, and revisit them over time to ensure they remain accurate and up to date. Read more about our team, our contributors, and our editorial policies on our website, alaskadogworks.com.